All right, time to dive deep into blood pressure, everybody. We're looking at some awesome advice from the Empty Spot today, and let me tell you, these folks know their stuff.
I'm excited to dig into this. It's one of those health topics everyone can relate to.
You're telling me. So first things first. Why is everyone always making such a big fuss about blood pressure? What's the big deal if it's a little high?
Well, you've heard it called the silent killer, right?
Yeah, and it always sounds a bit dramatic to me. But I get the idea.
Honestly, not dramatic at all. High blood pressure, it's sneaky. You might not feel a thing, but it's constantly stressing out your heart and blood vessels, like a pressure cooker working overtime.
Okay, so not a good situation. But how does that turn into serious stuff like heart attacks and strokes?
Imagine this, garden hose.
Yeah.
Faucet cranked up way too high. What happens?
It's gonna burst eventually, right?
Exactly. That pressure weakens the hose. Your blood vessels, same thing. All that force damages the lining, makes them vulnerable to blockages, even ruptures.
Okay, wow, that's a visual I won't forget. I suddenly feel way more motivated to keep my blood pressure in check.
Always good to be informed. That's what we're all about, giving you the knowledge to make healthy choices.
Love it. So we've got the why down. How about the how? The MT Spot gives us 16 ways to lower blood pressure. 16. Talk about options.
It is impressive, right? And the range is what's interesting. Simple diet changes, specific herbs, and get this, even a bit of dark chocolate.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say dark chocolate? Now you're speaking my language.
I had a feeling you'd like that one. We'll definitely circle back to it. But first, let's talk about a major culprit in high blood pressure. Salt.
Yeah, salt's always public enemy number one, isn't it?
For good reason. It's not just about sprinkling less at the table. It's hidden in so many processed foods, even the ones that seem healthy.
Sneaky salt. I gotta watch out for that. The EMT Spot recommends something called the DASH diet. What's the story there?
DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. It's not about deprivation, more about sustainable, long-term changes.
So, no surviving on celery sticks. Because that's not exactly my idea of a good time.
No way. DASH is pretty flexible. It focuses on what you can eat. Load up on fruits, veggies, lean protein, the good stuff that makes you feel good.
Now that's a diet I can get behind. I like that it's about adding good things, not just cutting things out.
Exactly. It's about balance. And speaking of balance, let's look at the big picture, those lifestyle changes that play a role.
Yeah, it really is about a holistic approach, isn't it? The EMT Spot, they really emphasize that. It's not just what you eat, but how you live your life.
Right, makes sense.
And one of the biggest things they talk about is stress.
Oh, stress. Tell me about it. Everyone's always talking about stress these days.
Well, there's a reason, right? When you're stressed out, your body, it pumps out all these hormones. And those hormones, they can really spike your blood pressure, at least for a little while.
So basically, being stressed all the time's not doing me any favors.
Pretty much. It's like your body's stuck in overdrive. Not sustainable.
It's true. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in overdrive.
Yeah.
So how do I hit the brakes? How do I actually reduce stress? They have some good tips in this article. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, even just getting out in nature for a bit. Find those little moments of calm.
Little moments of calm. I like the sound of that. I need to work on that.
Me too. We all do. And you know what else can help? Good old exercise.
I was hoping you'd say that. What kind of workout routine are we talking about here?
Don't worry, you don't need to become a marathon runner. Just aim for 30 minutes most days, something with a moderate intensity. Brisk walking, swimming, cycling, whatever gets you moving and makes you feel good.
So finding an activity I enjoy and sticking with it. Got it.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And you know what? This article said even a single workout can have a positive effect on your blood pressure.
Seriously. Just one workout. That's pretty motivating.
Small wins, right? They add up over time. And speaking of small wins, let's talk about something else that makes a difference. Sleep.
Sleep. Ugh, don't get me started. I know I don't get enough.
Join the club.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When you don't sleep enough, your body. Back to those stress hormones.
Oh, no, not them again.
Yep. So prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours every night. Let your body repair itself, recharge.
7 to 8 hours. Working on it. So let's switch gears for a minute. Something caught my eye in this article, and I gotta ask. Dark chocolate. For real. Can it actually lower blood pressure?
Trying to justify your sweet tooth, are you?
Maybe just a little, but tell me there's some truth to this.
All right, I won't keep you hanging. Dark chocolate, the kind with at least 70% cocoa, it's got these things called flavonoids.
Flavonoids. Sounds fancy. What are those exactly?
Think of them like little superheroes for your blood vessels. They help relax and widen them, which can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure.
So a delicious way to take care of my heart. I like it.
Exactly. But remember, Moderation, right. A small piece, that's all you need. Don't go eating the whole bar.
Darn. There goes my excuse. Okay, so we've covered the basics: diet, exercise, stress, sleep. But the MP spot, they also mention some more, shall we say, alternative methods, like using herbs and supplements. Let's get into those because I'm really curious.
Let's do it. Sometimes it's those unexpected solutions that can really shake things up.
Herbs and supplements, huh? Are we talking about anything I'd actually recognize, or is this going to be a whole bunch of weird stuff I've never even heard of?
You'd be surprised. This article, it actually talks about garlic. Plain old garlic like you probably have in your kitchen right now.
No way. Seriously. Garlic.
Yeah. People have been using it forever for health reasons. And now there's research suggesting it might help relax your blood vessels, even lower blood pressure.
So you're telling me that garlic bread I love might actually be doing me some good?
Let's not get carried away. Moderation is key with everything. But it is cool to see how those traditional remedies are getting some scientific backing these days. Oh, in this article, it also mentions some other interesting ones, like buchu, prickly custard apple, even celery, all of them with potential blood pressure benefits.
Wow, who knew? Okay, so what about supplements? Any of those actually live up to the hype?
Good question, right? And the article does talk about a few that have shown some promise. Magnesium, for one.
Yeah.
It's really important for regulating blood pressure, apparently.
Interesting. I take magnesium sometimes for muscle cramps. Had no idea it could help with blood pressure, too.
See? You're ahead of the game. It really shows you how everything's connected in the body.
Yeah.
You address one thing, it can have all these other positive effects.
Love that. A holistic win-win. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground today. Diet, exercise, stress, sleep, herbs, supplements. It's a lot. What are your top takeaways here? What should people really focus on?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is just remembering that lowering your blood pressure, it's not about some quick fix, some magic pill. It's about building a lifestyle that supports your overall health. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Absolutely. It's about those healthy habits, the ones you can stick with.
Exactly. And the good news, even small changes make a difference. You don't have to change your whole life overnight.
So swap out that sugary soda for a glass of water. Maybe take a 20-minute walk today. Little steps.
There you go. And never underestimate a good night's sleep.
Sleep, my arch nemesis. I'm working on it. But on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive for today. As always, this is just a starting point. Make sure to talk to your doctor before making any big changes. They'll help you figure out the best plan for you.
Couldn't agree more. Information is great, but nothing beats personalized advice from a healthcare professional.
Now, for our listeners, we want to hear from you. What's one small step you're going to take today to prioritize your heart health? Let us know. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay healthy.